Right there. Right there. Like that.
The Ontario experience is the next best thing to going on the adventure yourself. And who knows, this unique show just might give you some ideas for your next fishing or hunting trip.
The lodges and resorts in Ontario are waiting to welcome you back once we can travel again safely. So stay tuned after watching this episode. It's almost as good as being there.
Driving into Which Bay? Big muskies, big walleye, big smallmouth, big fish. Lake of the Woods.
Which Bay Camp has it all. A fleet of modern Lund and Crestliner boats, dockside service if you bring your own, and an amazing location in unspoiled wilderness with thousands of acres to fish. And then there's the extremely comfortable accommodations. Log cabins where you'll sleep better than you do at home at the end of an awesome fishing day. Combine that with super hospitality, and it's clear what keeps 85% of their guests returning year after year.
So, you name it, muskies or walleyes?
Walleyes.
Okay, we're on our way. From Sioux Narrows to Kenora by highway is for roughly 32 miles. We have the only road access between Sioux Narrows downtown and downtown Kenora. This is the only road, that 6-mile road that you came in, and that road exists not because of a fishing camp, but because Which Bay Camp, or Which Bay, was known for gold, and it was a gold mine until the closed just before World War II. And of course, the gold rush in Ontario was deep shaft. So the gold was in layers of quartz mixed in with the basalt and granite. So as you know, Troy, you've got an active gold mine up at Red Lake that employs, that's a fish, couple hundred people. And so this is a shear class.
Yeah.
Gentleman that I was talking about, we have just huge numbers of it, and it really portends well for the future.
Now, looking for an upgrade in size, Russ and I pulled up the stakes and surveyed the map for a few new spots. That's the nice thing about Which Bay. There's plenty of textbook walleye structure everywhere. A quick move with the Minn Kota, and we're on fish again.
There we go.
You are the man.
Yes, I got one. Another one that every spot, nice little one.
Yep.
Pretty much every spot we've been going to, we've been seeing fish. And
Fish on.
There we go, double. And it's pretty incredible here on Lake of the Woods, this part of it, coming out of Which Bay Camp. I mean, it's basically within
A little better.
a minute we're catching fish. 1 minute, 2 minutes. On pretty much every single spot, at least in the last 4 spots that we've been to.
Yeah.
And we give it, what do you say, 20 minutes?
20-minute rule is
20-minute rule.
20-minute rule during the daylight hours. Fish. Yes, yes, yes. Better fish.
This one, this might be pulling a little bit more. At least unless it's, it's hard to tell a lot of times. Yeah, a little bit better.
It's a little better fish.
A little better. Yeah. But when you have, I'm just gonna swing this up.
Very good.
When you're catching fish like this still all day, it's hard to.
I hope you're happy.
It's hard to complain about
Yes,
that.
yes.
It's not shore lunch day, so hopefully.
No, that's
lucky.
A good day for the walleye. Yeah.
But when you're catching the numbers like that, you come up here and you said 100 fish days by noon are not uncommon. We're just coming to the dock tonight. We did got some walleyes, got a bunch of walleyes, got some smallmouth, and we did get a muskie up, which I guess you count muskie fishing. You count the follows, you count the bites, you count the ones you land. So
Yes, yes.
all in all, I say, considering we were only out for 3/4 of the day, I think it was pretty darn good.
I have to say, I was fueled for fishing this morning. Witch Bay staff actually come to your cabin each morning with hot coffee. And then I strolled down to the main lodge dining room for an awesome breakfast. You gotta have energy to take on Lake of the Woods smallies, especially with topwaters.
Every once in a while, I'll get an okay one.
Yeah, this one's awful.
Well, there we go. We had one little,
Beautiful.
nice way to start the morning right there. Nice little Sunset Country smallmouth with a good attitude, yeah.
I'd say a good 16
That's
inches.
nice, yeah. All right. Oh, there. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Wait for them. They kind of just, in this water here, you just see them kind of appear. Right there. Right there. Like that.
Nice.
They just kind of come up, and especially when they come up, that one came up kind of slow. Oh, yeah. Another good one. There we go.
Very nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Another
This is,
beauty.
there we go. Another nice chunky one. All of them, there's like, I mean, there's smallmouth in here
Oh,
somewhere, right? But
definitely,
this is like
definitely.
the average size
Yeah.
that we've been catching.
No, this is a very nice pot of fish here.
Look at that. That is great. Absolutely great. All right, I'm gonna try to catch another one. There. Right on the edge of that little rock. Be one up there.
There you
There
go.
should be one right on the edge of that rock right up there. I would think.
Double.
Double. Here we go. Look at the size of that one. That's a big one. Oh yeah. Nice fish. Nice one. We got a double, and we're just about to head in here for a little shore lunch. So this is definitely a good way to start the day.
This much I know, I will definitely be back. It's a rare place. Not only a walleye factory, but bonus big brown bass and giant muskie. Witch Bay Camp really does have it all.
Loading up our stuff, we're heading out. It's pretty early in the morning. It's about 7 a.m. We're going to fly in. We'll be fishing today. Really big walleye fishing. It's going to be available. The lake is about 30,000 acres, so there's a lot of places to fish. 147 islands. 147 islands, and I believe this is possibly where we're going. This is the largest lake in Algoma District. Also a pike there. So, I'm looking forward to this. This is the calm before the fishing storm.
As I stepped out of the aircraft, I was greeted by lodge owner Betty McGee, whose parents, Dick and Edna Watson, founded the lodge in 1946. Her father was a decorated World War II Royal Canadian Air Force fighter pilot who ventured into the tourism business. After a brief visit, Betty told me to jump on the lodge's ATV and head for the cabin with our gear. And speaking of cabins, Pine Portage Lodge's accommodations combine old world charm with all the amenities of home. And everywhere you look, you're reminded of their unique history and mission to welcome all who love the great outdoors.
So what is the initial plan then? We're going to go catch some eater-sized walleyes and hold them for shore lunch?
Yeah, I'm supposed to meet the other fella at this island, so we're gonna go fish that area of the lake, Schist Bay.
Okay.
And I'm going for big walleye. I'm going for as big as we can catch them right off the hop.
Well, I like the
No
sound of
fooling
that.
around.
I'm going to start with just a little moon eye, little boot tail on the back, pop jig it, cast it around, drop it over the side, see what happens. How about that? Hit me on the, yeah,
He's a nice walleye, eh?
yeah. Look at that. Hit me on the drop.
Ah, he's a nice luncher.
Hey,
that one
that's a
there.
good,
He's
that's
always
working
a
on the board.
beauty,
That did
yeah.
not take long.
No.
Oh, yeah.
At least we come in. Oh.
Yeah, there we go. We're on the board.
There you are.
All right.
Out fishing me.
All right. So that one was right at the edge.
Right at the edge of them boulders.
Yeah.
The same place they always are.
Yeah. Here we go. So I
boat.
earn my short. I earned so I get to eat.
You're eating.
All right, I'm eating. It's not just potatoes and onions for me for lunch. There we go. There's
Right
one.
on. Look, there's a fisherman.
There's one.
There's a fisherman. Yeah, I'll keep him for lunch too.
You know, one of the things I really love about Ontario is how easy the walleye fishing can be. And just like that, it was time for shore lunch. Good thing too, I was getting pretty hungry from all the action. No fishing trip to Ontario is complete without a shore lunch, and seems like every lodge has a slightly different take on it. But the one thing they all have in common is the same open-air dining room, a picturesque island or shoreline nook where anglers come together for laughs and a meal, and maybe even a short snooze. I've said it before, but there are just some things you can't put a price tag on, and Ontario Shore Lunch is one of them. Now fueled up, I was ready for another round with Kaby's Walleye.
Doubleheader, just as we had planned, right? Exactly according to plan. Zoom around right to the back side. First cat could, as far as we all know, that was my very first cast on that spot. And I actually, before the camera turned on, I said I'm going to get bit on that one, first cast.
For your average day, I say if you fished here all summer long, should be 20 to 50 fish. But sometimes you get lucky around here, you hit them holes of big males.
Yeah. Today, rigged up at baitcaster as well, going for pike. See if I can get a good pike, as well as lots of walleye in size too. So I'm excited for the day. Weather's good. We had a little bit of wind and overcast rain last night. It's sunny and clear today. So it's a little different day and it's gonna be good.
Pine Portage offers a fleet of 16-foot Miracraft boats outfitted with electric start, 4-stroke, 20-horsepower motors. Perfect fishing machines to explore Kaby Lake. Now here's a tip for any Ontario adventure. It's always helpful to fish with a guide or local when you arrive, then depart on your own. And go over a lake map with someone who knows the waters, and you can learn of any potential hazards that may be there. It's also a good idea to pack your own portable fish finder, like my trusty Humminbird Helix 5, which gives me depth and mapping to make a route back to camp. Add a few of your favorite rods, a selection of jig heads, some jig and wrap, soft plastics, crankbaits, some bigger pike baits, and you're set.
A few big boulders right there that should hold a fish. I think a spot like that should hold fish. Sure enough, it does. That's fun, even when they're when you're catching a bunch of them this size, when it's almost not, you pull up at any of these points, you can catch fish like this, and bigger ones too. It's a lot of fun. Oh, there you go. That one's a little bit deeper. And a better one. Ooh, there we go. A little bit. Yeah. Come here. Very good. There we go. Fishing at Pine Portage in Algoma. Nice. Be a good shore luncher. Fortunately, it's not shore lunch day. But there's lots and lots of fish like this, as well as trophy fish that you can expect to catch when you come up here.
I really wasn't ready for my Pine Portage trip to come to an end, but I had a flight to catch. But I'll definitely be back to visit my new friends and Lake Kaby's walleyes again. Crain's Lockhaven Lodge sits on a 4-square-mile island. And all 15 fully serviced log cabins have spectacular views of the French River from private sundecks. A fleet of 16-foot boats and pontoons with 4-stroke motors and fishing kayaks are available to guests. The cabins are fully furnished and super comfortable, but you might want to spend evenings unwinding and sharing big fish stories in the Big Wreck Cabin, a super cool place with lots of character. Hockey memorabilia, hundreds of hats left by guests, even a snooker table.
The history of this place too, going back to the old, the trappers in the old days, 100 years ago, 150 years ago, the fur traders, and they had to come up and manage these waters without GPS, without sonar. And the one thing they did do, I know for food, is they did eat fish. We just got into Crain's Lockhaven last night. We're out here today. I'm with Josh, who's been here for 6 years now.
Yeah, this is my 6th year, yeah.
And yesterday, you got a big muskie in the boat.
We did. We got a 48-inch muskie. I'm gonna say it was at least about 30 pounds, and it was amazing. Monster fish. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some gigantic muskies in these waters. The day before, the 50 lodge record, right?
Lodge record, 55.25-inch muskie.
Got him! Got him! Look at that muskie! Whoa!
Straight down.
Oh. One more time, guys. A little handshake and hug. Oh my God. All right.
That's still surreal, still hasn't sunk in yet.
That's incredible. So today, we got low light overcast conditions, good for muskie, but we're also going to go for some smallmouth and go for some walleye, kind of multi-species today, because that's a lot of what the French River has to offer. Bass or a little pike?
Smallie.
Oh yeah.
Probably just, largemouth.
Largemouth?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Might want to, I don't know if we need the net. You want to net them for me? I can just swing them in probably.
You swing them, that's fine.
All right, watch, yeah. Oh yeah, nice.
Nice.
One. Yes. That's actually a nice one.
That's a good looking largemouth.
Oh yeah. Beautiful fish.
Wow. The colors are pretty
healthy looking fish, eh?
Yeah. It's got a neat tail.
They don't get as big up here as they do like in the southern states and stuff because they don't grow. That's a nice, look at that, eh? Yeah, in the French River here, we got a lot of different species of fish. We have obviously the dominant muskies, pike, northern pike. We have walleyes, smallmouth and largemouth bass, whitefish, sturgeon, obviously rock bass, perch, a lot of different kinds of fish. So there's a lot of food for the bigger fish in here too.
And you mentioned you also mentioned the catfish earlier too, to add to that list.
Yeah. Basically, it doesn't matter what you like to fish for. We got it all. Any freshwater fish you can think of are in this river.
Josh and I alternated fishing topwaters like the Spro Rat to fishing the bottom with a standard jig and crawler. Honestly, it was hard to choose. The graph lit up with fish at all depths in the water column.
Get the net?
Net coming.
Yes.
Scoop it. There we go.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Beautiful, healthy fish. Look at that. Beautiful French River walleye right there. That's what it's all about. There he goes. Woohoo!
There we go. All right. Oh, it's a smallie. like a good
Decent?
good
Okay.
smallmouth was really just, oh, there's another, oh, there's a better fish on the graph right now. I'm gonna let this guy go. There's actually a better one down there.
Yeah, there's a lot of 1 to 2 pound smallmouth in here, filled, tons and tons of those. A lot of 3 to 4 pounders, and that just shows how healthy of a fishery it is here. And you get the bigger ones too. There's, you know, you get the 5, 6 pounders too, the trophies.
Today fishing was a little bit tough, post-frontal. I did get a nice little muskie and some little smallmouth. And just being out here and experiencing this is what makes it so special and worthwhile. Just going out at everything. It's making new friends, it's catching fish, it's the shore lunch, it's the big dinner they have on the deck. It's everything put together that just makes it an incredible, incredible time that is cherished.
Just remember, the fish will be waiting for you in Ontario when we're able to travel again safely.